myself as the auctioneer, and then of course Jake Clark will be the announcer. Jake will make the first few comments, and then I'll grab it from there and go. And there's some of these guys we can joke with and have a little fun, and it's good to know what we're selling, and see the good points. I definitely talk to the seller, and of course make footnotes, pedigrees. In this sale we got a lot of pleasure type horses that are grade horses, but we also got quite a few horses that are papered. And, it's good to know a little bit about the genetics and definitely be able to see the ability of a horse that can do something and can't. I guess the big thing there is, it's real important as a buyer, if you're a buyer, to do some research on the individual that you're looking at. Talk to the owner and ask some questions. Really, we can't tell a person not to bid, but, it's kind of up to the individual buyer to do his homework. One of the biggest things we see is, that people will buy a horse that they don't really need. A lot of customers aren't horse people, or they're not horsemen, but they're horse lovers, and they end up with the pretty horse rather than the one that they need. The real solid broke horse. Well, Dad was a good stockman, really good stockman, and he took care of his livestock really well. And of course, we always liked horses. I wouldn't have called Dad a cowboy, but he was a good horseman and a good stockman. And I just really enjoyed horses and just loved them throughout, of course, high school, judging teams in college. I did real well in the quarter horse judging in Kansas City. Giving them reasons really helped me out with what to say at different sales on both livestock, cattle, and horses. And of course, it watched the industry grow. It was so much fun to, gosh almighty, I sold a lot of horses for little or nothing. I can remember for an average $200-300 on a baby quarter horse production sale. We thought we were doing something. Now, we'll be, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 average. It's just been exciting to watch the growth of it. The industry is just so fabulous. The cutters and the fraternities and the barrel racing, and it's just amazing. Well, I guess number one is, I love horses and cattle. I've sold a lot of cattle, sale barns, horses for, oh gosh, I don't know how many years, 56, 57 years. The change in the horse business, we've seen so many changes. When you were talking about earlier, the quarter horse industry starting, we had so many different breeders that wanted, some kind of breeding stock. And now, we specialize in so many different events. These women, you can say whatever they want about cowboys, but these girls with these barrel fraternities and this breakaway roping, these cowboys were sitting in the back seat when this happened because they put a lot of money into the horse business. And as today, we deal with so many different types of people. Today we got good ranch horses, we got good performance horses, but the face of this mountain, we got so many outfitters and so many people come to Cody, Wyoming for trail riding. And a lot of them people, they're just interested in a nice, gentle, solid horse just to go trail riding. And a lot of them people are retired with some money and they just want a nice, gentle horse and they're not scared to pay a little extra for it. I used to sell baby production sales, just babies. And we'd start in July and sell every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till almost October. And now baby productions are just about, I think I got 4 or 5 of them left now, 6 maybe. They're just not, the availability, the supply isn't there. The demand is great, because there's so many people. Whether you're in the East Coast or West Coast or Canada or wherever, from bucking horses to pleasure horses to, shooting a balloon, or there's just so many different things out there for horse people that just love horses.
Why are you in this predicament?
Well, I guess just, I grew up helping Mom and Dad put on the sale, and then finally come chance that they wanted to retire, so we bought out the Clark Management Company and started putting on the sales ourselves. So.
Are you addicted to it?
No, absolutely not. It's fun, it's enjoyable. We enjoy working with the people and seeing the people when they come to the sale, but no, I'm not addicted to it.
So what's the fun part?
Just, making the friendships that you do through the years and the people, and yeah. and if we get lucky, make a little money doing it.
So do you sell horses yourself?
Yeah, actually we do sell some. I had 3 2-year-old colts in the sale that we started and sold. I used to sell quite a few horses. I've kind of backed down. We don't have an outfit in business anymore, so we don't use as many horses in stock as we do, but I still take a yearling permit on the mountain. So it gives me time to work with 5 or 6 really nice horses and kind of make some horses, through the summer, and then bring them back and offer them to the public.
So could you survive in the world today without that horse therapy?
The horse therapy?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I could or not. Eventually I'd have to go ride my horse, and maybe train on a colt or train on a dog or something.
So what do you think, like I put on rodeos and things like that.
Yeah.
And you're always nervous, are people going to show up or not?
Right. Yeah, you
So
never know.
Tell me about 10 o'clock this morning, what were you thinking?
So, yeah, every year you roll in here 10 o'clock and Main Street, there ain't a lot of people here, and guys are starting to show up with their horses riding around. They're looking around like, where's the buyers? You're looking at your watch like, is this gonna happen? You still got about 3 hours before the sale starts, and it seems like inevitably, hour and a half right before the sale starts, boom, here they all are. So.
Well, Donnie Gay, bull rider, told me that he always leaves the rodeo early because it depresses him when he's there when the crowd isn't.
When the crowd isn't.
So he gets out of there before the crowd
leaves. Yeah.
And I've done that, I've seen it, I've been there before the rodeo I've produced.
Right.
I've watched it get packed, and then I'm there when it's empty.
Right.
It's kind of a lonely feeling.
It is.
Actually.
It is.
And Dave O'Neill was the president of the Pendleton Roundup.
Yeah.
And I asked him, right after the roundup was over, I interviewed him, and I said, are you happy it's all over? And he goes, no, it's really depressing.
Yeah, it is kind of depressing, especially when you got to go clean up everything and nobody's there.
Yeah, and I've been there too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, you put on a good show.
Well, thank you. We try our best.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
What's going to happen next year?
I'm going to take the summer off for a little bit, maybe answer a few phone calls, and about the 1st of October, people start calling me wanting to consign horses, and we'll see what happens there, but I'll bet we're right back here next year, same time, same place.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better, that's all we can try to do.
Okay.
We're more than a store. We're more than a brand. We are the lifestyle. We are all things Western, NRS.
From the moment you wake up in the morning, the steps you take determine the trajectory of your life. Where you'll go, the lives you'll impact, the legacy you'll leave. No matter how far you want to go, we'll be there to walk it with you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first every step of the way.
Hey everybody, Joe Beaver here. We're promoting Hart Trailers. We're talking about the product. Let's just get into it. From the first weld to the last inspection, we as Hart have done all we can do to guarantee you've got the best trailer your money can buy. They pull good. I don't have any trouble with them. They are user friendly. I want you to know that if you have a doubt one, don't buy it because there's somebody else that's gonna buy it right behind you.
There's nothing more American. The crack of a .22, the ring of steel, putting your name on the leaderboard, and food on the table. CCI makes it happen. The best rimfire loads in every category. Made in the USA since 1951 by the leader in rimfire ammunition.
Well,
I work at a stockyards for the Goggins family, and I work out of Billings, Montana. Work for Jan Parker in her horse sale, and we help with transporting of horses and get to meet a good variety of cowboys and people in a culture all over the U.S. Then we sell some horses and day work and raise kids and just enjoy life and just love living where we're at and just being a part of a family environment. Now, I've known Jake and TJ and Amy and Kay for a long time. They always wanted me to come to their sales, and they're going on about 18 years. So I've been coming to their sales and watching to start. Then I came and helped, and I rode a lot of colts for them, a lot of mules. Got involved with mule days. Jake helped me pick out my first mule for his sale, and all the guys I've met through my life that either BLS or other sales or in the country, they just become family, and they're all here. They know your kids, they know your story, you hang out, you have dinner. It's a vacation, but it's part of our job. It's a fun time, and it's how we make our living. I've been coming here selling our own for 4 years. They've always treated me great. We eat dinner, we stay at the house, we do chores, we tell good stories and have good times. It's like a branding, or everybody shows up in one spot, and at the end of the day, they all say goodbye and go home. So it's a pretty good experience. I'd say if anybody wanted to just even go on a vacation, that you could never go wrong with something that involves a horse. We have a horse for everything. Some you sort on, some gather the big circle better, some are for the kids, some are for sales, and some are picked up just to go do your own thing. We have horses at the house that the kids' friends can ride, some that are just for the little ones. They all got a purpose. Well, I suppose if the easiest way to explain it's when you start a horse, you should show them everything right now, because sooner or later in their lifetime they're going to see it anyway. It's best that you get it out of the way at the beginning. You never know how people ride horses, if they ride them in tennis shoes, baseball caps, in a circle, in a round pen, across the trash or through town. It's better off that you expose them and do a good job to send them off, to keep people safe, so they have a good experience and they come back and become repeat offenders. They teach their neighbors and teach their kids and just keep an air and a persona going. It's best that they do the things that we've always done, and not try to change them or veer too much. People that show up and touch them, some feed them, some brush them, some buy them to look at them. You never know why somebody has a horse in their front yard or in their barn. Sometimes they'll buy one for $60,000 and all they do is enjoy them. They'll never ride them. They mean something to them in their own way, and that's why they own them.
Tracy's super aware of trying to make everything perfect and ideal. So down to, let's sit at the right height so that to tie my horses it is at the right height. Handles, latches, getting in and out. I want it to be accessible. If I'm gonna load my horse in a trailer, if I'm gonna take my horse somewhere, if I'm gonna put my best friend in a situation, they deserve the best. That's why I pull a hard trailer.
Big Boy Toys.
We know a place that's still wild, where you can roam the unknown, live the cowboy life, earn the patina, and see the world through mud-colored glasses. There's a reason Buffalo Bill chose this land to continue his wild legacy back in 1896. It was wild then, it's wild now. Cody Yellowstone will be wild forever.
Well, so it kind of just starts out with when you go in, you kind of got a game plan and you do all your homework and you ride your horse and show them the best, and you get a little bit of anxiety going on, and then you just kind of go in and you quit listening to the crowd, and then you do your thing and block them out. You hear the bid, you smile, you giggle, you breathe, you just try to make it go over with but make it last. And when it's all said and done, you hope that it goes to the right person, they get their perfect horse. You look up in the crowd to see who the winner is. The first thing you do is you find them, you meet them, you do all your visiting, you meet them afterwards. They get to know everything about what they buy. It's just a good feeling when they go to the right place.
So you had never met these people before?
Never.
Okay.
About 2 minutes before I rode the horse in the ring.
Oh, so you did meet them before?
Just a quick visit.
And they said they were interested in this horse?
Nope, they were shopping others and hanging out and just kind of.
We played it cool. We played it cool.
Okay, well, what I want to know then is why this horse.
She's the #1 horse here. Yeah. She was sold before she ever stepped in the ring. To be honest, her sale poster was hanging up in the Irma last night. We took it. We wanted her so bad.
We rolled it up.
We rolled it
put
up.
it up the back of our blouse.
We said we want her. She's probably going to go too high, but we want her to go back to the south.
Yeah.
And we think she's going to love it down there.
So where are you from?
Tennessee. I'm from Arkansas.
Yeah.
She's from
Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are your backgrounds?
Oh boy, that's a long story.
I grew up riding horses. She started trail riding. She hunts a lot. And she told me, she said, look, when I go out west, I ride these trail horses to go hunt elk. And that's what I want. She said, I come back to the south and I go trail riding. And the horses down there, they just don't match these mountain horses. And she said, I'm going to the mountains to get the horse that I want in the south. Because we trail ride a lot, we work cows, we do stuff like that. We invite her out to the ranch and she helps us there. But she said, I need something I can go trail ride, gather cows, whatever. And sometimes you just have to travel.
Here we are.
She drove 24 hours.
I did.
Non-stop. Yeah. To come buy this horse.
That's right.
So when you leave here, are you hauling the horse in?
I am.
She is.
Yeah.
So you pulled the trailer.
She pulled the trailer.
Yeah.
I flew. I'm a weenie. I couldn't drive. I flew and met her. And she drove. She's a cowgirl.
The victory.
Stops along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the victory for us is we sold a horse and it got the perfect buyer and everybody's happy and
She's going to a great home.
and life's a good thing.
I'm from Ralston, Wyoming, about 15 miles east of Cody down here. Been there for 40 years.
Where'd you grow up?
Meeteetse, Wyoming, over there in Meeteetse.
What's that like?
It's the best place in the world. I don't want to tell nobody about it. I don't want to move in there.
How many people are there?
About 320, something like that, including all the ranchers out in the country there. Yeah, it is a good place to grow up as a kid, you know.
So after you grew up, what did you want to be when you were 16?
Cowboy.
And how did you achieve that?
Well, I went to work when I was 15 for George Brown out here at the Hoodoo Ranch, and $150 a month, room and board. Worked for him for 3 summers out there. And Frank Martinez was a cow boss at that time. I made a hand that first year, and I got a raise the next year to 175 for the next 2 summers. And I wouldn't trade it for the world, you know. That's all we did. They run about 17,000 head of steers at that time. It was a riding job. A lot of guys think they've been on a riding job, but that's a riding job. All you did is rope and doctor and move cattle, and there was no fencing, no damn haying, and none of that, you know. I did that for 3 years and then went to college and met my wife there, so.
So where did you go after that?
After that, went to Riverton College down there to rodeo for old Larry Pointer, and rodeoed for him, and then come to Powell College. I don't even remember why I did that, but come to Powell and rodeoed for Harold Farmer up there in college rodeos, and then met my wife, and we ended up getting married the next fall. Then went to University of Wyoming and wasn't paying too good attention, flunked the ag econ class and ended up getting my draft papers and had to go to the Army for a while.
Where did that take you?
I didn't have to go to Nam or anything. I stayed right here. I was in the Guard. They backdated my papers. So anyway, and so I was in the Guard in this Cody chapter for up here for 6 years, I think, something like that. And then I worked for my father-in-law for the next 10 years in construction, running concrete and building houses and stuff. Learned that, loved it, and then opportunity came up for me to buy a friend of mine's outfitting camp, taking hunters and fishermen all summer and stuff. So I bailed on that other. It's way closer than what I wanted to do anyway. Rodeoed all the time, and then until I was 34 or something like that. And then I got kids. I guess TJ, my son, you know him, he was born in '77. I just drug them kids all over the mountain up there and hunting elk and bighorn sheep, and antelope and deer and all that is about as good an opportunity in the world for a kid to grow up there. They was going up there from the time they were a year and a half, 2 years old, period. They both rode by themselves at 3 years old, and they'd ride in and out of them camps 15, 16 miles every day or more, you know. By the time they were 8, 10 years old, they was damn sure hands, you know.
So how'd you get involved in, well, tell me how many years you've been doing this here?
Well, I think 26. We've been doing this, and I just turned it over to my kids 2 years ago, TJ and Amy, and they run it now. I just help. And anyway, they run it and are doing a hell of a good job. It's turned out nice. And then before that, I started, what the hell did I do? I was a ringman for quite a while in the Bighorn Sheep Society and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I run their auction crew for about 20 years down there. We had a hell of a crew there, and it was just a natural transition into this, and we started having the mule days. I had a mule rodeo. I, of course, used a lot of mules in my outfitting business. I got sick of the way people treated the mules, and I mean, they'd breed the worst damn mares they had to the sorriest jacks there is, and if you're going to get anything good, you got to up that, you know, just like the quarter horse industry or whatever. But anyway, I started having this mule rodeo for a year, and then friends of mine talked me into having a little sale. We did that and started it up, and I was picky as hell about the mules I led into it.
Living life, living right. If you want to ride with me, you better hold on tight. Get the truck, light it up, gonna hit the ground running. Wish me luck, this rabbit foot hanging up ain't gonna cut it. Life's a trip, just don't slip.